It introduces readers to the intricate systems, processes, and even the small but crucial details that make air travel possible today. It also, when we fly and when we book a ticket and when we come to the airport and pass through the security, board the plane and fly away, not realizing the massive ecosystem that is working behind the structure, behind the scenes to make it possible every day. And if you see, as a traveler, if you go to the airport, right now we have made it more seamless also for passengers to avoid serious delays at the checkpoints. It becomes very, very easy for you to step out of the car and board the plane. But you have to see that what you pass through in that moment is just the tip of the iceberg. What happens behind the scenes, the number of people that are working in coordination, coming from different departments, coming with different skills, coming with different aptitude, coming with different attitude, all of them working together to ensure that plane is flying safely and securely from that airport. I think this book has beautifully shown the entire ecosystem that goes beyond, and for the passenger to realize and appreciate all these services. And the book encourages us to pause, observe, and appreciate all of these processes. And I like how Mohan ji has simplified complex technical aspects like ATC, air traffic control, weather systems, sustainability, airport planning, and explained to the common man on how all these systems work or on how these systems function. Because aviation is a very high-flying sector. It is supposed to be a very glamorous and very technically sound and expert-oriented kind of sector. But what Mohankaji has done is to de-glorify it, demystify it, and make it accessible to the common man and understandable to the common man. And I'm proud to say it is because of people like Mohankaji at the airport who are there working in this sector that our high-flying sector like aviation is continuously grounded and continuously connected to the people of the country, especially the common man of this country. And I hope the readers would also respect the aviation professionals who work tirelessly to make our journeys safe and secure. Like I've said, we only see very few number of people. We have few touch points that we go through instead of the huge network that is there at the airports, right from how people are managing the traffic within the airport, how the baggage handling systems are done, how many other ecosystems that are there working in the airport. We don't even realize that they are there. But this book gives you an insight into all those systems and makes you appreciate all the people who are working in those sectors. And it will also encourage young readers, especially to continue that passion and to come into aviation. Because like Shilji was telling, how aviation is like a passionate subject for the children. Right from the childhood, there is a dream to fly. And for that dream to convert into a passion and that passion to be converted into a profession, there needs to be some kind of guiding document for them which gives them a glimpse into the kind of careers or the kind of profession that they can enter when they choose aviation. So for that, I feel this book provides a much required guiding document or a guiding substance through which the kids can explore what aviation is truly about, not only what it is today, but it is what is going to be in the future also. And at me being a minister, we have started a career guidance program where we are reaching out to these young children, especially 10th, 11th and 12th class students, because we need those passionate people, we need those passionate kids to continuously come into the aviation sector and to be associated with it. And now with this career guidance program, we are trying to bring people from the industry. We are bringing in pilots, we are bringing in crew members or other engineers or other people who are related with the aviation industry and sending them as a group to the schools. But what I can proudly say now is that along with that team, we are going to send some of these books and also hand it over to the students so that they can get a glimpse into this and they can read it at their leisure time and see that how they can correlate and how they can collaborate with the aviation when they choose it as a profession. And also we have another initiative that we started, which is a Flybrary initiative. You see that when we are traveling, our favorite pastime becomes to read books. And that is how we started an initiative in Bhubaneswar. It's called the Flybrary, where we have put a rack and we have books which have been donated by some people and which we have also kept so that a passenger can pick up free of cost one book of his choice and to read while he is traveling. And the airport where it's destination airport, he can find another flybrary rack and just put it there so that the next passenger can pick up. And this has been a very good initiative, and we have got quite a good response from the people also. We have started it in Bhubaneswar, and we want to replicate it across the country in all the airports so that it becomes a very comprehensive ecosystem. And I'm now saying that in those flybrary, I'm going to ensure that this above and beyond book by Mohanka-ji is continuously there in that flybrary, so that the passengers, all they get to read, the passengers, when they want to know about aviation in the flight, is the safety manual. They have to see the exit gates, they have to see the signboards and everything, or that one manual that you get. That is the only insight that you'll get into aviation. But I feel this is what passengers really have to read. This is not an engineer's book. This is not a crew book or a pilot book or some ATC guy's book. This is a book of the passenger especially. At the core, if you go through all the pages that he has written, it is not what he has written from his side as his experience. He has written experiences from the point of view of the passenger. I think that is the great strength and quality of the book that is going to make it a huge success in the future, is keeping the heart and the core of the book as the common man, as the common passenger. And I feel that has to be read by the passengers who are traveling every day in these planes. And we are going to ensure that this is going to be available in our flybrary, these things. And if you see that I have started another kind of initiative, it is the Udan Yatri Cafe. This is after the Udan scheme, which has been a revolutionary scheme to democratize air travel. Our Honorable Prime Minister has started, where we are connecting the unserved and underserved airports of the country, and we have brought in a lot of regional connectivity within the country. You know, the way the airports expanded in the last 11 years, from 74 airports, we grew up to 162 airports. And tomorrow in Navi Mumbai, we are opening 163rd airport also. So every 45 to 50 days, we have been opening one new airport in the country. It is a great statistic. And when these airports have increased at such a big pace, what happened was the aspirations of the people increased. When we went with these airports to tier 2 and tier 3 cities, people wanted to make it a reality of their dream to fly. And likewise, there have been a lot of population which has come into air travel network. And now we have doubled the number of passengers that are traveling through air in the last 10 years also. And what the economical change that we have seen is that the air travel is no longer sticking with the elite. Air travel is preferred by each and every kind of every person in the country. And when we saw and when we got the feedback, one strong feedback that we got in the recent years was that the coffee, the tea, the things that you want to eat at the airport are very, very expensive. Then we thought we have to change something about this. Now there are people who are coming from very low marginal backgrounds who are getting accessible into this air travel network. They should feel at home when they are at airports. So taking a cue from the Udan scheme, we have started the Udan Yatri Cafe. And you would be surprised that today in these Udan Yatri cafes, we are providing tea at 10 rupees. Coffee at 20 rupees, samosa at 20 rupees. And I proudly say that these are prices which you might not even get at a railway station also. And this is the kind of services that we want to see in aviation in the country today. We want it to be more accessible and affordable to the people at large. And this is the change that you're going to see in the coming future also. And with these kind of changes that you see at the airports, it is very important to understand the network that is there behind. Because ultimately it is not a network which is as easy as you taking a bus from one place to another. These are very, very safety-related systems, safety-related machines, and security-related mechanisms and protocols that are there internationally that you have to maintain at these airports. So when the common awareness and the common understanding of the people also should be increasing day by day around airports. You can't just say that how I travel from home to the airport by taking a cab or a taxi. I can't take the same kind of approach when I go to the airport. I'm just boarding the aircraft and landing somewhere, and I can do it with my own whims and fancies. There is a lot of protocol that is established. And this protocol should reach the common passenger also. The common passenger is just buying the ticket today and coming to the airport, not knowing the kind of systems that are there. So these are the kind of books, when they reach into the hands of passengers, it will ensure that there is an awareness on the protocols and the systems and the network that is there in the airports, and which is going to create a very respectable way of travel for everyone that is going and using this one. So it is very important for all of us to ensure because the success, in one way, the success of the book, I feel, is related to the success of aviation in the country also. It is a comprehensive book, and the kind of conversations he has shared through the book is more and more relevant to the day-to-day and the people who are traveling today. He has ensured to capture the emotions and the questions that the passengers go through at the airports. And what I found unbelievable was a person who is related in the security vertical trying to capture these kind of emotions and answering them in an aviation point of view. I think that is something which truly needs to be respected and lauded also. And special thanks from the Ministry of Civil Aviation for the contribution that you have done to the aviation network here today. And it's very, very encouraging to see these kind of books coming in. We see a lot of progress happening in the civil aviation sector. We have brought it to a certain level in the last 11 years, but this is just the beginning. You can imagine the success that we have seen in the last 11 years, but it is just, we are going fast on the runway and they're ready to take off. This is the stage we are going to take off. So we have lot more success to see in aviation in the country today. And for that, we need people like Mohanka ji in aviation. We need books like Above and Beyond being circulated in this sector. And a lot of people should get access to this. And I once again thank Mohanka ji for making this rare and daring effort to author a book of such a kind and putting all the entire 360-degree perspective of aviation into this. And special congratulations to him. And when you do an effort like this, it is never the effort of one person. There is a lot of support systems also behind him. So my thanks to the congratulations to their family members also, the friends also who have shaped him to be in such a way, and all the support systems that have worked in supporting him to do this book. And special thanks to Shanavas ji also. He has shared his association with him. मोहंका जी, मुझे आपसे एक ही चीज कहना, आपने तो बुक लिखी है. आजकल क्या होता है, टेक्नोलॉजी की वजह से बुक लिखने के बाद वो ऑडियो बुक भी बनता है. और आपको कभी लगे कि इसको ऑडियो बुक बनाना है तो उसको जरूर शानवास जी से ही बनाइएगा. तो वो सुनने में, जिस तरह से आपने लिखने में इतनी अच्छी कामयाबी के साथ आपने लिखी है, इतना सक्सेसफुल बुक लिखा है, अगर ये सुनने में भी ये सक्सेसफुल होना है तो जरूर ये शानवास जी के वॉइस में ही इसको लोगों के तक पहुंचाना पड़ेगा. तो बहुत अच्छा लगा टू सी दिस काइंड ऑफ रिलेशनशिप ऑल्सो ऑन द स्टेज बिटवीन माई प्रेडेसेसर एंड मोहंका जी, बिकॉज as a government, it is all a collaboration. Nobody is high, nobody is low. There is an effort from each and every person to achieve success. You see that at home, you see that in school, you see that in an organization, and today you're seeing that in the government. This is a continuous process of people collaborating. You learn something, you try to give it back. And this is what Mohanka ji has done today. 30 years of his learning experience, he didn't try to keep it for himself. He didn't try to just perform his duty. He is an excellent performer. He has got such a vast experience of working across the country. And he is good enough doing his duty 100% committedly. But he thought, the kind of experience that I have today, I have to share it with the country at large. I have to share it with the world. I have to do something. I have to give something back to the society, especially in this sector that I'm very passionate about. And this is an inspiration for a lot of people who are passionate about their work. And this, I think it is there in his genes. He has told how his father is also related to education and academics, and how he got the inspiration to write a book. And from this moment and this releasing of this book, we all find an inspiration that how, whatever we do, how we need to be passionate about it, and how we can pass it on to the next generations or the people at large. So thank you very much for making me involved also. It is a great contribution to the entire aviation industry. And as a minister, I feel very, very proud releasing this book. And I recommend it to each and everyone. Especially, the language is so simple and so understandable, not unlike the regular terminology that we use in aviation, that it is easily understandable for the common man, the common passenger also. So it is very much recommended for everyone to read at their leisure time. Especially try to pick it up from the libraries also. We'll make it accessible in the libraries and those initiatives also. So thank you very much for all the people who have attended it, especially the multicolored dais that we have here. People from different backgrounds who are associated with Mohanka ji have all come here in support of this event. So sincere thanks to all of them. And once again, very warm congratulations to Mohanka ji. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for those gracious words of appreciation. I now request Shri Praveer Ranjan, sir, Director General, CISF, to please present mementos to Shri K. Ram Mohan Naidu, Honorable Civil Aviation Minister, and Shri Syed Shah Nawaz Khan, Honorable Ex-Civil Aviation Minister, as a token of our respect and gratitude. I now request Shri S.K. Mohanka, DIG CISF, to please present a memento to each of our esteemed guests on the dais. I also request Shri Gauri Shankar Nateshan, publisher Juris Plus, to please present mementos to our honorable guests. Thank you, sir. I now request Shri Gauri Shankar Nateshan, publisher, Juris Press, with whose efforts the book has seen the light of the day, to please deliver the oath of thanks.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to keep this very short. A lot has been said about the book. A lot has been said about the author. So I just want to say, I had a little bit of my own experience with Mohankaji. So when he first got in touch with me regarding publishing this book, so I gave him a standard answer saying that, why don't you send me the manuscript? And he said, no, you come down to Bangalore, only then I'll give it to you. So ultimately, initially I tried to wriggle out of it, but didn't work. So I did go to Bangalore, and which is when I understood as to why. He explained the entire aviation industry in about, I think, 3-4 hours. It gave me the context to understand the book itself. I think that was my starting point. It's been about 18 months, sir? It's been 18 months. It's been a fantastic amount of work by him, by my team, and I really would like to thank my team at this juncture. They've done a hell of a lot to ensure that this book comes out well. I would like to thank the Honorable Minister for Civil Aviation for taking the time to launch this book. I think this book deserved this kind of a launch. And I would also like to thank all the other distinguished members on the dais, off the dais, the press, for taking the time to attend this event and making it a grand success. I'm sure the book will do very well. And in signing off, I also would like to say that I've done a short podcast with Mohanka-ji, and it's gone live on YouTube maybe a few minutes back. It's under the heading of Seasoned Insights. So that's something that will give you a perspective in terms of what he feels about aviation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.